This class will demonstrate the simple process of customizing the layout information displayed in a list. For this example, we'll customize a layout for a contact list. First, click the Search drop-down. It's important to note that each search category represents different customizable lists. For example, if I perform an open search for a contact, SmartOffice opens a list of all of my contacts, so the columns in the contact list will differ from the columns in a business list or a policy list or an account list and so on. The columns for each list are customizable. I'll click View More to bring in all of my contacts. As you can see, my list is loaded with 603 contacts. The columns on display in the list are contact name, type, source, occupation, birth date, review date, and total premium. I'm going to customize this list, removing some of the columns. To customize this list, click the Customize List Layout button. And here, we're going to be moving columns in and out of the Column Selected section. The Tables Available section shows a list of tables with columns that can be added to the list. You can think of a table as a collection of rows and columns of data or information. Currently, you'll notice that the Contact table is selected. All of the columns available in the Contact table are displayed in the Columns and Selected Tables section. Notice as I click on the Personal table, the column selection changes. So here are all the columns available in the Personal table. Returning to the Column Selected section, you'll notice that the first entry says Contact Name. Next to it, you'll see the word Contact in brackets. This means that the Contact Name column is part of the Contact table. However, you'll notice that the Birth Date column is part of the Personal table. As you can see, it's possible to have information from a number of different tables in one list. To customize this layout, first, let's move some of the columns out of this list. To do this, select the column and click Remove. You can also move a column from a list by double-clicking a selection. Next, I'll move the All Addresses column into the list. The easiest way to find a column is to click the Search button. Type the search criteria in the column name field. And as you type, SmartOffice brings up the matching search criteria, organized by table name. Now I want the All Addresses field from the Contact table, so I'll highlight that and click OK. And you'll notice the column's been added to the Column Selected section. Now you can also add a column by selecting a table first. We'll leave Contact highlighted. And I want to add this All Email Addresses column, so I can highlight that and click the Add button. And here's our two columns we just added. Now the order of the Column Selected section is the same order that the columns will be displayed in the list. To reorganize the column display, select the column and use the arrow keys to your right. If you need to move the columns into the last or first position in the list, select the column and use the first or last buttons. Now before we leave list layout, let's highlight the Total Premium column. This column has numeric data. For certain numeric columns, you can select calculation options. So here you can total or subtotal a column, give the average amount, or give the maximum or minimum amount. This information will be displayed in the bottom of the list. So for this example, we'll select Average, and this will average our total premiums. You'll notice that after each column entry, there's a number in brackets. These numbers indicate the width of each column. You can adjust the width of a column by entering a number in the width field. However, it may be easier to adjust the width of columns directly in the list. We'll go over that in a moment. After defining the columns, click OK. As you can see, my list now contains address and email information. As noted earlier, with the list view, column width can be easily adjusted by hovering your cursor in between the column headings, and then dragging and dropping to the desired width. Let's take a look at the total premium column. I'll scroll down the list.
And let's bring up clients only. And here you can see average total premium for all of our clients.
And if I ever wanted to restore my default options, I could click Customize List Layout again, and click Reset to Default to restore my original columns. Remember, I can also customize virtually any list in SmartOffice, including business, policy, and account lists.
The customized list layout is also available for any list, address list, phone list, email list, and so on.
You can review this fast class by clicking a link at the end of this movie. Get the latest news and information by following SmartOffice on Twitter. Please also take a moment to complete a brief survey regarding this fast class. Your opinion is important to us, and we look forward to hearing from you. Please address any questions to a member of our support team using the support team link. We hope you enjoyed this edition, and we'll see you with our next edition of Fast Class.